When I think of a watershed, I think of the water that flows through communities. And I think the freedom of how water is able to fall and flow through the communities is also symbolic of the freedom within those communities itself.
Is a vital resource and a home to many different species.
And humans can use it as a starting point to protect wildlife and collab with each other.
It's like a giant life source for these animals, people, and plants.
So it just brings everyone together.
A watershed is a place, just like cities, states, and countries are places with specific boundaries. But the boundaries of a watershed aren't just random lines that someone decided to draw on a map. They're based on where the water goes when it rains in that place. No matter where you are in the world, even if you can't see water anywhere around you, you are still part of a watershed, because when it rains in that place, the water's gotta go somewhere. And most likely, it eventually flows into a creek, river, lake, or ocean. All of us here in the San Francisco Bay watershed are connected to each other and the plants, animals, homes, streets, stores, and everything else around us, because we are all part of the same watershed.
My job is essentially to bring in community members, and we particularly love working with historically underrepresented communities. And so that can look like tribal nations, or working with communities of color, working with communities whose first language is not English, to make sure that their voices are represented in various planning efforts.
At the education team, we work with kindergarten through high school age students. We go in to teach lessons about local habitats, local ecosystems, and we take students out to nature to make the connections with those concepts that they learn in class to nearby nature and their local watershed, seeing for themselves that they are not a separate entity from nature. They are very much a part of it.
When reflecting on 30 years of the Watershed Project, I think about water and how it moves through a place. Water always finds its way, cutting new paths, remembering old ones, and reshaping everything it touches. And so the Watershed Project has flowed, always in motion, and responding to the needs of the land.
What's your favorite memory with the Watershed Project?
Oh, so many, so many.
My favorite memory at the Watershed Project is when we went oyster monitoring during October, and I got to see the harvest moon, and it was also my first time doing it.
It'll be us going to Pepperwood Preserve, because we got to see the beautiful nature they have there, and we can use their knowledge to apply to how it works here in Richmond.
I really can't choose a memory because, every day is a new day with the Watershed Project. Every day is a new memory.
I would have to say one of my favorite memories is when we took the students from Verde Elementary up to Tilden Regional Park for a field trip. We took them on a hike up to Jewel Lake. We emphasized to them that they should be quiet if they want to be able to see all the different wildlife. So for a brief moment in time, it was amazing to see the students just be quiet and at peace and taking in the turtles, the birds, the beautiful animals that live at Jewel Lake.
One of the absolute coolest parts is that some of my former students are now at Richmond High School, where Richmond High is, and to go on field trips with them again and to directly hear how much they have not only learned but grown and developed as people by having these repeat reinforcing outdoor experiences is amazing.
I remember my first day on the job. I was invited to go and survey some bugs and assess the erosion controls at a creek site. And I was there like in this surreal moment, standing in the middle of the city, but really feeling immersed in nature. I walked in silence and slowly was looking for the bugs and listening to all the sounds of nature. And I felt that awe moment that we always try to invite in all our students and participants in the programs at the Watershed Project.
The good news is, because pollution comes from people, people have the power to stop it. We can change how our cities are built and the types of products we use to create a healthy watershed that can provide clean, fresh water to all the people, plants, and animals who live here. This change won't be easy, and it will take a lot of us working together, but every person who cares and makes an effort to keep pollution out of our watersheds is taking a step in the right direction.
Is this feeling of feeling connected to nature that we know awakens in people, so that the environment is not that place far away, but is just beneath their feet in their neighborhood. And it's through these experiences that people recognize that they belong in the system and that they're connected. And that's where true transformation really begins.
All of us at the Watershed Project are incredibly proud to be a part of this organization's 30-year legacy of caring for our watersheds and hands-on impact.
And we know that people have the power to organize and help shape the future of the watershed where they live. The Watershed Project has never approached communities with predetermined answers. Instead, we work alongside people, honoring their local knowledge. We all live in a watershed, and we all have the power to transform it.
And so getting your support tonight is very, very important. And so we really appreciate the opportunity to be able to share some of our wonderful work at the Watershed Project with you. Thank you.